Hello, Dawn here from Dawn's Inspirations. Got the Crafter's Companion double-sided box dies, which I absolutely love. Got the square one here. I shared this project on Facebook and many of you asked how did I make the lid deeper and the base deeper. It's really easy to do. The dies do the work for you. You just need to cut out some extra cardstock. And what I'm going to show you can also do on boxes of any shape. This one is using the triangular shape, just making a really long tall one. So this is where these dies are absolutely fantastic. I've loved playing with them and doing all sorts of different things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you two boxes. One's an exploding box, one's a box that's all the sides all to go together, but I'm not going to decorate it. I'm just going to show you how to put the box together so you'll know for reference. So what I'm going to do is use the medium sized die at the dies to do the one that goes all together. So you know you cut your box base and box lid together. And what I wanted to also share is my plates. Please do not panic if your plates look like this. I know when we get them and they're all new, they look beautiful, and you do that first cut line and you think, oh no. Mine, as you can see already, are well loved. I'm loving these dies, but I can still cut and cut and cut, and look how straight they are. So do not panic at all if your plates start to look like that. I just wanted to say that. So let's start up with the box lid. So I've got my box lid piece, and you know that your box lid piece, when you've got your two pieces together, your box lid piece is that bit that's just a little bit bigger all the way around. First thing I always do is do your score lines by going with a bone folder and just reinforce those fold lines. It's well worth it. I would definitely recommend doing it. Okay, so just reinforce those fold lines so you've got a nice crisp line. Then what I've done is I've cut myself some strips. Now this is dependent on how deep you want your lid. So depending on how deep you want this. So as a rule of thumb, and I'm not going to give too many measurements away because you don't need to, you're going to have the depth you actually want, and then if you hold it up to that straight edge there, to that straight edge, if you cut it to the length where your piece, you've got this nice notch out piece, that is absolutely perfect. That's all you need to think about. Even if you want to stick that on and then trim it, don't be too hung up about, is this going to be the right measurements? So let me go in with a tape runner. I'm using the Crafter's Companion tape runner, so I know they're going to be absolutely fine. If not, I would suggest you go in with your tacky glue, would be my glue of choice for this. I've used tacky glue on the other projects I've filmed, but I just thought I'd do the tape runner on this one. So I've got one stuck on. Then can you see the other one just butts up straight away next to it? So you haven't got to overthink it. And it is really easy to do, and it's going to give you or make the most out of the dies that you've bought. So again, lifting up, butt that up to there. Ooh, get my tape pen on, Dawn. Push that down. I've really enjoyed playing with these. I've been making up samples for a Crafter's Companion demo day I'm doing at the Crafter's Companion Chesterfield store, and I have absolutely loved them, and I'm sure the crafters will when I'm there demoing. So that is what you're going to get that looks like that. Okay, and then with a pair of scissors, can you see where you've got your notch that goes in? I would just take that little bit, pick it up, Dawn, just take that out. So I'm going to do that on all of those four corners. That just means when you fold it up, it will fold up more easily. I mean, the die has been done for you to do that. It just doesn't do it if you want to add the extension to your box lids. So I'm going to take that bit out. Okay. So that is all as I want it. I'm then going to bring my guillotine in with the scoreboard. And what I tend to do is I fold one piece over. Okay, I'm wanting the score line down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that over that way, line it up with a channel. In fact, I'm going to come around this way because I find it easier. It's not going to let me do that. I'm going to do it that way. Right. So I've got this is my true line. This is where they're going to have the fold lines. So everything is all level. And then find your score line. And then just run that in. And you're going to do that on all 4 sides. So just... And where you've got this double piece here, just pay attention and give it a bit more welly. Okay. So lining it up. But you can see how easy it is. You could do this on your Ultimate. You could do it on your Score Master. You could do it on your big score. You know, anything that's got a score line, that's going to give you that score line. Okay. So that's done. So then what I'm going to do is fold those over and give them a nice burnish. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. If any of you are wondering about a bone folder, if you don't have a bone folder, please do get one. Crafter's Companion do a couple. I like this shape for doing things like this. I've got the other bone folder for doing other things, but I like this shape for getting right in where I want to have those score lines. So I'm just going to pop some tape on here and then bring these sides up and just make sure they're true. Pressing those down. Should have done all 4 first, but never mind. So again, making sure the sides are all true. And there you go, you've got your box lid with a deeper side on it. Okay, and that's as easy as it is. I think the one I've done here is measuring, that's 2 inches, but if I wanted it 1 inch, if I wanted it 2.5 inches, this is where it is up to you. But can you see it all looks nice and neat, everything matches. So that's your lid. Now let's look at the base. So I've got my base, and same thing again, we're going to do a box that's going to all join together. Okay, so I'm burnishing again these fold lines because I want them where they want to be. I've cut my paper exactly like the lid, so it's going to fit like that again. And then this is where you choose the height you actually want your box to be. Okay, you don't have to have a box that's square. You can have it any height you wish. Okay, so fold that over again. Lay the next one. I think the height I've done for this one is 4 inches. So I've done a 4-inch high box. So I've got a 2-inch deep lid. Okay, so this is where you can totally play. So with Christmas coming up, you can make your boxes to fit your gifts. You know, it's going to be, they're going to look so professional, and you can just decorate them and really go to town. So again, I'm butting it up on my glass mat, folding it over, done. That's as easy as it is. Okay. And then I like to just go in with the bone folder again and just burnish over where I put the glue, because it's helping the glue sink into the fibres of your paper. Okay, that's done, and we're going to do exactly like we did for the lid. So I'm going to just snip in that notch again. like you would if you were making a box on the Ultimate or on your Score Pal, your scoreboard or your Score Master. So it's exactly the same. Okay, so they're all cut out. I'm going to bring in my guillotine again with the scoreboard on it because it's just easier to do it that way. So I'm going to fold this across, making sure I've got this in a score line, and then just score. And just pay particular attention again to where you've got your double tab. Now you could cut off that tab quite easily if you wish. I've left mine on because I just think it gives a little bit more stability to the corners. And let's face it, we're going to have these boxes, we're going to be cramming them, especially at Christmas, with lots of gifts. So just lining it up. Your guillotine is perfect for this because it saves me getting my big scoreboard out. So again, lining up. Okay, put that to one side. And we're going to do like we did for the lid. So really it's the same principle applies. You just pick the height of the box that you want to make, and that is as simple as it is. So if you were one of the people that got in touch with me that was a bit unsure how this worked, hopefully this quick video will give you the confidence to have a go, especially if you've gone and got the dies. Okay, and then we can, I think this time I'll put my tape on all the way round. Remember if you're using one of our tape pens to do your flick at the end, or you could quite easily go in with the Collall tacky glue. And again, like your lid, just make sure everything is coming up true. And look how easy this is. It's taken me no time whatsoever to make. And then I'll just lay it on its side, going with the bone folder, and this time getting that point right in those corners. And then just turn it, and by giving where the glue's been a good burnish, you're just making sure that tape is sunk in. So that's our box base done, all nice and neat. That's the box lid done, all nice and neat. One fits on top of the other quite happily. That's just ready for decoration, but you've seen how quick and easy that is to do. So that's a box base box lid as normal. Now let me show you how to do an exploding box. So I've already gone ahead, take my clips off because I used tacky glue for that, made my lid, and I've added a little bit of depth. So this is the base. So to do an exploding box, all you're going to do, and hopefully you can see on the brown, you're just going to snip away these tabs because we don't need them. So you're just going to snip those away. We don't need those, and you can do the same principle applies. I've only got the triangular and the square ones, but I'm sure this would work the same on the hexagons as well and the rectangles. Then I've cut myself some sides. How you do that is you measure that, and then I've just cut my squares to fit on, and that is as easy as it is. Again, you can choose your height. I've done it as a square. Okay, so I've just done them as squares. As you saw with my triangular one, I've done a quite deep one, but this is where you choose. So lay that down. It's easier to do it on a glass mat if you just butt it right up. Make sure it's butt up, and then lay that down. Give that a little burnish. Let me do the same again. But this is how you would do your exploding box, and that is as easy as it is. And so if you're one of these people that's been afraid of making exploding boxes, because it can be a lot of measurements, you know, with these dies, it is so easy. And they're the sort of presents, cards, you know, people are going to keep. They're not going to throw those away at all. They're real mantelpiece pieces. So there is your base. Just going to give those a quick burnish just to make sure everything is in its place. So that's your exploding box. Pop your lid on. Let me bring in my finished exploding box to show you. This was the triple one that I made, but you can see how easy it comes together. So when you take the lid off, I have to hold it because it's so big. There we go, that comes off. So that's one. And then because you get 3 squares in this collection, look, you can really just go to town. So that's showing you how to make an exploding box, and there is just a normal solid box ready for decoration. So I'm Dawn from Dawn's Inspirations. I hope this has helped you out, so you too can go ahead and make your own boxes. Bye for now.